We are deep within the transfer window this summer, guys, and 100% in my opinion, Borussia Dortmund have won this summer transfer window, which is really weird to say because when is the last time we've been able to say that about a Bundesliga team in general, but about Borussia Dortmund? When have we been able to say that? And what I like now, I'll give my honorable mentions, but what I look at in teams when I'm assessing a transfer window is I don't care if you signed one big star. So Real Madrid, you're not in this list because Real Madrid, cool, you signed Mbappe. What else? What else improvements? Although the team is already stacked, there, you can't put Real Madrid in this. I can't put Real Madrid as having the best transfer window. I look at how have you improved your squad and how have you improved it in multiple areas. And I definitely think Borussia Dortmund have improved their team from the front to the back, from the fence to the attacking line. Borussia Dortmund have improved their team. We're going to go through the transfer they made and the guys that have let go this summer. And I really think Dortmund now, man, I'm just impressed. Even as a Bayern fan, we signed Olise, we signed Palinha. Cool, we signed Ito. Bayern was getting there. But then we get rid of De Ligt and Mazzari. Now Bayern's transfer window, in my opinion, sucks. But Dortmund, what a window they're having. Let me just share my screen real quick. So we're on Transfer Market. If the screen lags, it's because Transfer Market's website is always laggy. Now, look at this. Maximilian Bayer. Now, if you don't know Maximilian Bayer, he is one of the up-and-coming German strikers. He was in the Euro squad this last summer. Barely got any game time, but he is very good. He's a fox-in-the-box guy. If you get the ball to his feet in the box, all of a sudden, he has that ability to just turn it into the back of the net within the blink of an eye. So Maximilian Bayer, as a young striker coming into this team, I absolutely love that signing as a backup player. He won't be a starter most likely. He will get decent minutes, but he will not be a starter. Under him, we see Waldemar Anton. Now, Stuttgart got second place for a reason in the Bundesliga last year. It is because their defense, midfield, and attack was so strong. And in that defense, now credit to everyone in that Stuttgart backline, they were all great. Ito, Anton, Mittelstadt, all those guys. Fantastic seasons at Stuttgart. But Waldemar Anton was a big breakout star at center back there. And he's 27, going into this prime. Getting him from Stuttgart, Dortmund, for only 22 million, that, in my opinion, is a steal. And, we look at 27. For center backs, that's relatively young because we know for center backs that the position is less demanding. They could play longer into their careers, much like goalkeepers can. So with Waldemar Anton, you're getting an experienced Bundesliga center back who had a fantastic season for Stuttgart last year for only 22 million. Might I mention, Bayer was only 28 million for one of the up-and-coming strikers in the world. You are getting an absolute steal here in defense to replace Mats Hummels, who we'll get to, that they've allowed to leave. Under him, Sergio Guirassy, another Stuttgart player. Yes, Dortmund farmed the Bundesliga and took some of the best players from last year. But Guirassy, this is the guy that will start. They got rid of Niklas Füllkrug, which I don't really I don't really agree with. But hey, you get rid of him, and they brought in a suitable replacement in Guirassy, who had all those goals in the Bundesliga last year. What was it, like 25, 26, 27 goals in the Bundesliga? Absolute goal machine, had his breakout season. And I honestly don't think that Guirassy will be this one-season wonder. I think he'll be able to replicate it for Dortmund. He will be in an attacking system under Nuri Sahin. Yes, the guy is only 35 years old. Yes, he's a young manager. That's a risk for this Dortmund team, giving him such a good squad. This is a really good squad in Dortmund now with these signings. But for only 18 million, they got Sergio Guirassy. That is also something you have to assess in a transfer window. The price you paid for these players, 28 million for one of the up-and-coming strikers in Germany. Waldemar Anton, one of the best center backs in the Bundesliga last year, for 22 million euro. Sergio Guirassy, 18 million euro for a guy who banged in 27 whatever goals it was in the Bundesliga last season. These are absolute steal signings for Dortmund, and they're getting guys in their prime in Guirassy and Anton. These aren't guys they have to develop, and this is what I like Dortmund has done this season in the summer window. They are not buying young players to develop them and sell them for 180 million. They are buying players to improve now and eventually win now. In the next season, in 2 seasons, they are buying players with serious intent. I look at these signings, and you may not, if you're not in tune with the Bundesliga, trust me, these are serious signings Dortmund is making here for seriously good prices. Absolutely. Under Gurasi, you're getting Pascal Gross. Yes, Pascal Gross is 33, but he's very much a late bloomer. He is absolutely very much a late bloomer. I think he can give Dortmund another. I think even at 33, Pascal Gross can give Dortmund 2 to 3 great years. And why? Even if he doesn't, he gives him 1 year. You guys, it doesn't matter. You're getting a guy in Pascal Gross in his prime who has been Brighton's most consistent player, honestly, the last 3 years under De Zerbi. Absolutely. He was pivotal to Brighton last season. If he was not on that Brighton team last year, Brighton would have been a near relegation team. He was that good. He is that pivotal in that Brighton team. You're getting him, yes, at 33 years old for 7 million. Say he gives you one good season, it's okay. You only paid 7 million for a guy in Pascal Gross. That's fantastic. That's a great signing. He makes that, again, another player who improves the team. Maximilian Bayer improves the depth of the Dortmund attack. Gurasi improves the attack for Dortmund. He is definitely, from the Bundesliga last year, a little more of a clinical striker than Niklas Füllkrug, and he's more of a fox-in-the-box striker. He does not need to be involved in the build-up as much, in my opinion, as Niklas Füllkrug. Niklas Füllkrug will drop deep a lot and not get into those positions that maybe Dortmund fans wanted him to more. But Gurasi will be that. He will be that guy to finish the chances that are fed to him at his feet. And Pascal Gross, he comes into this midfield with Semi Ocahan and Emre Can, Marcel Sabitzer, and he makes that midfield better. You're getting a German international, highly experienced in the Premier League. Absolutely, he's going to ball out under Nuri Sahin in the Bundesliga this season. I am not worried about that if I'm a Dortmund fan. Under Pascal Gross, you're getting the best, if not the second best right back in La Liga last season. Dani Carvajal, I think you would say, is the best right back in La Liga last season. Dortmund signed as a loan free from Man City. It's only for 1 season, but for a 4 million loan fee, you're getting the second best right back in La Liga last season in Jan Couto. This is a steal. This is an absolute W from Dortmund. These guys, Jan Couto is a stylish player. And in my opinion, I think Jan Couto can play right back and left back. That's just my opinion. I believe he has the capabilities. So I'm interested to see, will Dortmund play Ryerson right back or Ryerson left back with Jan Couto right back? Because Ryerson can definitely play left back as well. So again, another player coming into that defense for a loan fee of only 4 million, who was the second best right back in La Liga last season. And he massively improves that Dortmund defense now. What a high quality player that is. Jan Couto. If you haven't seen him, go watch his highlights in La Liga last season. Absolute baller. And the fact that Man City are just loaning him out to Girona, to Dortmund to get all his experience, Man City is, if they decide to not sell him, are going to have a serious right back on their hands. Serious right back for the post-Pep era, because Jan Couto is not a Pep Guardiola player, in my opinion. He is a very he plays with Chechnik. He plays with that sexy football. Jan Couto is going to cook out Dortmund. I know it. Other signings, these guys, these young guys from the under-19 team, don't really care. Gio Reyna. He's back from loan from Notts Forest, only 21 years old. Yes, he's an American. I get it. Americans suck, whatever. Gio Reyna is the most talented player in the United States. Absolutely. In that United States national team setup, Gio Reyna, in my opinion, is the most talented one. And it looks like he's going to stay this season, and he's going to get minutes under Nuri Sahin. He's gotten minutes in preseason as well. And I really believe Reyna is happiest at Dortmund in that environment. So Reyna, now coming in again, another midfielder coming in from loan, that only improves the depth of your midfield and gives you an option off the bench if Julian Brandt is not playing well. If Karim Adeyemi is not playing well, again, another solid loanee coming in from the end of his loan at Notts Forest last season. So Dortmund's attack, defense, and midfield have all improved for absolutely bargain prices. Absolutely bargain prices. Now we go down to who they sold. Yes, now Niklas Füllkrug, it sucks to see him go. They got a nice 27 million for him. So it's not crazy, and they replaced him with Sergio Gurasi, a guy who's slightly younger than him as well. So, yes, 2 late blooming strikers, but they got rid of Füllkrug, and they made an equally good signing in Sergio Gurasi. Tom Roth, all these guys, doesn't matter. Marius Wolf, again, he was a guy at right back who did his shift for Dortmund. He was never going to get them back to challenging for the Bundesliga. He was never going to get them to consistent Champions League contenders, quarterfinals, semifinals. He was never going to. And that's what I like to see. He was shipped out, dead weight, gone. Again, another guy, Matteo Mori. He had some good games when he first started playing for Dortmund. I think he had a decent appearance against Bayern himself. But again, dead weight. He doesn't have a future for the club. I like to see they're just getting rid of him. Marco Reus left the club after so many years. Looks like he's going to LA Galaxy. Great. Mats Hummels, gone. Yes, he was fantastic for Dortmund last year, but it seems that he was a dressing room thorn. He was a pain in the dressing room. Get him out. Good. He's 35, and you replace him with Valdemar Anton, a guy who had just as good a season last year in the Bundesliga for a bargain price again. Bargain prices, guys. So again, Mats Hummels gone. You replace him with someone equally as good from last season, Valdemar Anton. If anything, Anton was a better center back if you're going just based off the Bundesliga form than Mats Hummels. Absolutely. And then two sells that, or two loans I wish they could have made permanent. Jadon Sancho and Maatsen. Now, Jadon Sancho was never going to happen. He was too expensive for what Dortmund was going for this summer, obviously. We're looking at the prices they paid, 28, 22, 18, 7, 4 million loan fee for Yankuto. They were never going to pay that 75 million or whatever it was for Jadon Sancho. But I really think they missed out, and they should have gone all out to buy Ian Maatsen at left back. Yes, he made that mistake in the Champions League final. I understand, but he is a quality young left back. And if they wrote, I think Aston Villa secured his signing for what, 35, 40 million? It's not too crazy of a price tag for a guy that young and for a guy that talented. I wish they would have got Ian Maatsen, because then you're looking at Ian Maatsen in a backline of Ian Maatsen, Schlotterbeck, Valdemar Anton, and Yankuto. That is an upgrade. That is a massive upgrade for Dortmund. So, you know, not too many complaints. I wish they got. If I'm a Dortmund fan, I'm annoyed we didn't keep on to Maatsen, and Jadon Sancho was never going to be realistic with the price tag that Manchester United were asking for, 75, 80 million. Not worth it. Now, if we go to the squad now, let's go to the squad. Again, let's just go through here. Gregor Kobel in goal. You know, he's nearly world-class goalie. Schlotterbeck, he is growing slowly as a center back, only 24 years old. Anton, 28-year center back. Niklas Süle. Now, Niklas Süle is the brunt of a lot of jokes. I joke about him, and I call him Big Max Süle, whatever. But Niklas Süle has lost, I think, 10 kg over the summer. So he's coming into this season fit. So can this be the resurgence of Niklas Süle? And can we actually take him serious for once? For once, it's been like 5 years since we've been able to take this guy seriously. This is a good sign. Ben Sabaini, that they bought from Mönchengladbach last year, he is a good squad depth player at left back. Yankuto, we talked about him. Ryerson had a great season for Dortmund last year. He was great in the Champions League. Great player. Özcan, midfield depth. Emre Can, captain. I used to be an Emre Can hater, but he really was stepping up for Dortmund last year, especially in Champions League. You have Sabitzer, Pascal Gross, Felix Nemcha, Julian Brandt, Reina, Adeyemi, Bino Gittins, a talented young winger from England. Gurasi, Bayer, Mukoko, Haller. Haller is still on the books. So, you guys really, tell me I'm wrong. Dortmund have taken an absolute W this season, this summer in the window. Absolute W. Great players, upgrades, bargain prices, and they improved in defense, midfield, and attack. Yes, I'm a Bayern fan, but I have to give my credit to them. With minimal money, they made the best out of the summer window. And I don't think they're going to make any more signings. And if they do, I'm interested to see who they get, because, again, I think they're cooking this window. And if they do make another signing, it's probably another bargain player that improves their team. Absolutely. So Dortmund, credit to them. I've been clowning on them for basically half of my life, but this was a solid window for Dortmund. And I'm really looking at them in the Bundesliga now differently. Absolutely. I'm looking at them as a team that could challenge back again for the title if everything goes well. The biggest question mark of all with this Dortmund team is Nuri Sahin. At 35 years old, coach, first time as a head coach. Yes, he was Edin Terzic's assistant coach. He's been around the coaching setup. He transitioned from player to assistant manager, player manager the last couple of seasons. Let's see what Nuri Sahin does. I'm interested. Other teams I think got strong windows. I just posted my video on them, Manchester United. The reason I think I would have said Manchester United would have had the best summer transfer window. But what's missing from United is that midfield signing and that clinical striker signing. Now, they signed De Ligt and Mazraoui. They signed Lenny Yoro and all those guys, right? Cool. Apparently, they are inching closer to a deal on Manuel Ugarte. If they sign Manuel Ugarte, their transfer window is damn near as good as Dortmund's. The only thing is they are spending more money than Dortmund. Dortmund is getting upgrades in their team for bargain prices. So it's very hard to compete with the business Dortmund have done this summer overall. Another team I'd give is Atletico Madrid, signing Lenormand from Real Sociedad, buying Julian Alvarez. But again, big prices for those players. They're going to get Conor Gallagher. The deal has collapsed for now, but I think they will eventually get Conor Gallagher for 40, 45 million. Again, a lot of money for a player who I don't think is better than Pascal Gross. I really don't think so. So Dortmund, credit to you guys. I clown on you all the time, but hey, man, great transfer window. And I have my eyes on you, Dortmund. I'm not going to clown on you and say Bayern's going to smack you guys this season. I have my eye on you guys. Don't think I'm sleeping. Don't think the Bayern fans are sleeping. I'm putting this out there for the Bayern fans. We cannot let Dortmund finish above us, but the team, Dortmund's team, is damn near good enough to challenge us for the league this season, along with Leverkusen, along with Leipzig. So, Dortmund, credit you guys. It's been Okage Puya. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.